YouTube channel is live. Um, and I'm thinking that they'll be hearing us very well. And I see some of my friends already coming on Twitter. Thank you for doing that. We're trying to get this on YouTube, on Facebook, and on Twitter at the same time because what we are facing it's not a fight that can just stay on one platform or one group. Save Nigeria Group USA has done a lot of work in the US, which some of you have followed. But why we are here today is that we want to take this fight both local in Nigeria and globally across the world. And what is that fight? The fight for freedom, the fight for religious liberty, the fight for the right to practice whatever faith you choose, the fight for Nigerians at home to live peaceably and peacefully to practice whatever faith they choose to practice. So, welcome to those guys, the guys on Twitter. If you can hear me, please give me an emoji. I am still trying to figure out the Facebook side of things. Is asking me to invite folks, and that is that's a lot of work to do to invite. Um, I can't do it. I have too many folks on Facebook. So with time we'll figure this out better. But right now, thank God we're here. So today's supposed to be a Monday, the 15th day of December, and the reason why we wanted to get on this 1 hour for Stop the Christian Genocide by Save Nigerian Group is because this effort cannot just be for a few individuals like my organization and those of us doing what we are doing. The Nigerians at home, the Nigerians in other countries will need to take ownership and be part of this fight because it's a huge, huge fight. The entrenched forces in Nigeria is not easy. It's not what you just leave for others. Well, I was on a meeting yesterday with our board and just planning what Save Nigerian Group was attempting to do. And some of the things that struck us was the docility and silence from the vast majority of faith leaders in Nigeria. Somebody was asking yesterday, which I'll touch on briefly, there was an attack in an Ekwa church in Kogi. So, in spite of all the conversations around in spite of all the conversation around the US, what America is doing, what people like Congressman Riley Moore have just come to Nigeria to do in terms of the fact finding mission, where he went to Benue. And according to him, he saw things that are too dangerous. Like, more, for the rest of his life, he said he was going to remember the things he saw in Nigeria. But when you think about it for a second, beyond just the rhetoric around the US side of things, the vast majority of churches in Nigeria, for example, who are the ones under attack? For example, the Ekwa Church, which have many branches across northern Nigeria. Have you seen movement? Maybe I'm missing it, but I have not seen the level of urgency that is needed to bring that level of support. There's always this conversation around, oh, let us pray, let us do all we can, but prayer alone will not solve our problems. Uh, Even the Bible says prayer without work is dead. So it is important that we find out what is it that is keeping the Nigerians that are facing danger at home or in their respective auditorium. Yesterday was a Sunday. Many churches, probably millions or hundreds of thousands of churches gathered. But in that gathering, one church was invaded yesterday. And we learned that over 20 members have been kidnapped in Kogi at the Ekwa Church. That could have been any church anywhere. Does it not matter that it is because it has not happened to an individual? So everybody keeps quiet. So some of our conversations today is to find out how to raise this awareness globally. So Save Nigeria Group is launching across the world and in Nigeria to move beyond the United States, where we have been very active, so that while we are doing something here, people in the UK can join this organization and also advocate for help for protection of Nigeria, for protection of Nigerian rights to practice whatever faith. This is not a fight against Islam. This is not a fight against any religion. This is a fight against pure evil, that is radical Islamic terrorism and jihadism, the global intifada, as they called it. We had an attack yesterday in Australia, Bondi, Australia, and it was harrowing. We saw the videos of these people, these terrorists just going out, harming people who have done nothing to them. It's reminiscent of what happened in Nigeria or what happens on a daily basis in Nigeria. My heart goes out to the people of Australia who are suffering, who are in pain. I condemn with the strongest term the terrorist attack in Australia. But I want my Australian friends and brothers and sisters to know that what they faced yesterday is what Nigerians face on a daily basis. The difference will be that in Australia, it is a whole of government approach to investigate, to document, to make sure that never happens again. But in Nigeria, it is a whole of government approach to make sure that continues with impunity. My name is Stephen Osemige. I'm the president of Save Nigeria Group, USA, and also the president of Save Nigerian Group now worldwide. We have created groups on WhatsApp where people can join us and become part of this fight. And in that group, you will find everyone can join the fight and join the conversation around what is happening in Nigeria. Stop the Christian genocide in Nigeria is our slogan, right? Save Nigeria Group is saying, stop the Christian genocide in Nigeria. But beyond the talk about, is it Christians that are dying? What about others? Our argument is that nobody should be killed at all. The government of Nigeria should be the ones calling for help, not the one rejecting help. The government of Nigeria should be actively calling for the international community to come. If I were the president of Nigeria, I would be calling for help, because you cannot be a government of a country and watch people die. How can you sit back? People go to church at the CAC church in Kwara about less than a month ago. They were killed on video. They kidnapped 38 members who later allegedly released the people they kidnapped because Bayo Ononuga called them. Well, what Ogabayo Ononuga needs to do now is to now go and call for the Equa Church that has just been attacked yesterday, since he has the ability and the capacity to make calls. Are we joking? Is this really real? That we can be in a country where people can just go to church and be kidnapped and be killed, and somebody will go on TV to come and talk that he has their number. We know where they are. I think we need to sound the alarm. Something is wrong in Nigeria. Insecurity cannot be sustained. The level of killings, the level of intolerance, the level of persecution, genocidal attacks on Christians must end. That is our mission. On this fight, we want the end to the Christian genocide and the genocide of other groups. People would argue, oh, is it only Christians that are being killed? Why are you picking Christians? Well, I am not the arbiter of truth. I don't know it all, but I know that Christians are being targeted. I have sympathy, special one for them, because the government of Nigeria does not even care who we are as Christians. I'm a Nigerian Christian, for example, from Edo State. I don't see myself in the government in Nigeria today. I'm not represented. First, I'm a minority, not represented. Secondly, I'm a Christian, not represented. Thirdly, and lastly, I'm even a diaspora. I live in diaspora. I don't have the vote. So I'm an unseen person. So I'm coming from several levels of frustration with the state of affairs in Nigeria. And I now see credible reports of Nigerians like myself at home who have not even had to escape the country being killed for doing nothing wrong at all. Their only crime is that they went to church. Their only crime is that they are asleep. If you see the situation in Benue State where people, children, women were just sleeping 3 a.m. at night, and somebody wants to explain to you that these are clashes. Excuse you, what is a clash? A clash is when I clap my hand together like this. That's a clash of hands. But when I smash the table, That is not a clash. A clash is a fight between two people. Who are the other people fighting Fulani militia and the terrorists? Please, my friends on Twitter, maybe you should let us know. Who are the or okay, we know terrorists, Boko Haram, Ansaru, and the rest of them. Shegumi and his friends and brothers. We know they are on one side terrorizing Nigeria. Who is the other people terrorizing them back? Who is the clash that CNN, that the deniers of the killings are pushing? Who is the opponent? Is it the women? Is it the pregnant women that they open up and decapitate and also go to the babies and machete? If you listen to my friend Zari Yusuf, who is from Southern Kaduna, he's seen this thing firsthand. And when he tells you this is pure evil, it is pure evil. I was chatting with Frank Oto, who is from Yalowata. We were just in DC at the Save Nigeria group organized Stop the Genocide rally in Washington, Capitol Hill. And some of the things that Frank Oto tells, having lost over 38 members of his own family and 278 of his village, small village. These people will have guns. They would rather not use guns, but will use machete. How is this okay? Who is the other side? My question is, who is the other side clashing? When they say it's clashes, farmer header clash. Okay, they claim to be headers, even though they have no cattle with them when they commit these crimes. They claim to be farmer header clash. But the clash supposed to be okay, headers are coming to commit murder. That's what's happening now. Terrorists coming to commit murder, right? If it is a class, that means farmers should be committing their own. We should be hearing of communities of herders being taken over. We should be hearing of mosques being burned down since they are predominantly Muslim and the farmers are predominantly Christian. If this is a class really that CNN and the rest want to push, then we should be seeing a situation where the Christian victims, in this case, will be destroying mosques, attacking. Of course, we don't advocate for that, but that would be what they are trying to say. And these people would, there will be IDPs full of these herdsmen, and you see AK-47 wielding, RPG wielding pastors and priests shouting, Jesus is Lord, and shooting. Jesus is Lord, Jesus is Lord. That is when you will see there is a. But these people are so wicked, those who are denying the genocide. They are so wicked that they have no basis for their lies. They just want to make people turn away from the Holocaust. Michael Arnold, my friend, who were together in DC, he says this is the Nigerian Holocaust. We had the Jewish Holocaust in the late 30s, 40 and 40s, and early 40s before Hitler fell. A lot of people were denying that Jews were being killed. Why they were being killed? That is what's happening in Nigeria. There is a mass denial of what is happening. Like you can see the mass grave. I listened to Reverend Ezekiel Dachomo, and he was telling the tale of what is happening with Boko Haram, what Boko Haram is doing to Christians in the northeast of Nigeria. When he talks about they went to a church and surrounded it and burnt everybody in it and everything down. This is they went to another one, separated the women and slaughtered the men. Are you saying Reverend Ezekiel Dachomo is lying? Which country will allow this to go on and play politics and talk about election, the campaign? Hey, this one be praising themselves. Nigerians are living in an alternate reality. Sometimes I ask my friends, are you sure I'm okay? Because what is happening in Nigeria, there should be more reactions. People should be more awake. Which country allows 11 million people to be in IDP camps? And the other day, the governor, in order to hide what is happening from the US, told the IDPs in Taraba, go home, go home. Guess what? On their way to the village that is not safe, 17 of them were gunned down by the terrorists. I know that people will accuse me of being political, but politics is important in the life of any nation. There's a reason why leadership is there. I will not excuse the APC government and the Bola Tinubu government who has failed completely. Even a madman, a blind man, if deaf and dumb knows, these people have failed. They failed so much that failure is even tired of them. Where mass murder happens, somebody is still talking politics, talking lies, his farmer header clash. Where, as we speak, today, people can be killed. As a matter of fact, something I want to bring awareness to is that there is a credible report that this Fulani militia is planning a massive attack on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Oh my goodness. My fellow Nigerians and friends of peace, my fellow Americans, everyone on the live stream, those in Europe, in Asia, wherever you're going to watch this from, or you're watching it from right now, we have a crisis in Nigeria. The crisis is hydra-headed, but the one that we even picking right now is that Christian genocide is occurring. Empirical data and fact proves that there is a genocide of Christians, particularly those in the Middle Belt region of Benue, of Plateau, and now even Kwara and Kogi has joined. In Edo, we have splinter groups of kidnappers. They call them Fulani herdsmen, even though you never see them with head, only with AK-47. They kidnap people willy-nilly. They take taxes from people to go to farm. But the real issue is the massive genocide that is occurring and has been occurring long before now. So it's not even a question of this leadership is causing it. No, this is a Nigerian problem that dates back more than a decade. But we cannot continue to be quiet because these guys have escalated their killings, they have escalated their attacks. It is our job to make sure everyone knows what is going on. So Save Nigeria Group is inviting Nigerians across the world who believe that what I'm saying as the president of the organization, that I'm not crazy, that what I'm saying, I'm not lying. What I'm saying is genuine. Then you can add your effort, whether you be in Nigeria, whether you be in Europe, because I cannot understand how people are going about their lives like everything is fine. Nothing is fine. Nothing is fine. Like, I know we are optimists in Nigeria. People just they have been beaten down by poverty and bad governance that people will just carry themselves and going like they ignore the dead bodies around them. But there's a danger that if these people are not stopped or interdicted, that their goal is to dip the Quran in the Atlantic Ocean. At least that's what some of their radical elements have said. After all, Usman Danfodio wanted to do that in 1804. Some people still believe it. You may think, oh, that's then. Well, there are some similarities that will shock you. Number one, Usman Danfodio brought his violence and war, conquest by violence, Islamization. It was on horseback and camels. Camels and horses were the tools with swords and arrows. And they come like a herd. They invade a village, kill the leadership, install an emir, and make you, if you don't convert, you're dead. That was the style in 1804. Are you seeing that these people come in herds as well in 2025? But no more horses, no more camels. They use motorbikes. What is closest to a horse than a motorbike? What is closer to a horse than a motorbike? They come invading with overwhelming numbers, shooting anything that moves. And before long, that village is either killed or wiped out like they've done for over 200 villages have been wiped out in Benue and Plateau State. Over 200 communities. Nobody's there anymore. And after a while, you see them taking over these places, like in Plateau, changing the name. Where churches once stood, they will build a mosque. No, but it's not religious, except that these people are shouting the religious slogan, Allahu Akbar, while committing the slaughter. Our brothers and friends who want to deny the genocide will tell you they are not real Muslims. You know why those who say that are lucky? They are lucky because the terrorists are not close to them. The terrorists who believe they are soldiers of a religion. You in your armchair in one comfort zone, I want to tell them they are not of that faith. The only luck you have is that they are not close to you. What they do to people like that is they behead them. How dare you? They think they are more Muslim than you. You are telling them they are not Muslim. You are lucky you are not close to them. We are not confused. I am not confused. I know what is happening. It is a radical Islamic terrorism and Christian genocide. And we must speak against that evil. Moderate Muslims are everywhere. My best friend in Nigeria is a Muslim. I know that my friend cannot kill a fly. As a matter of fact, he's my best friend because he cannot even lie. He cannot even lie. Somebody that cannot tell a lie cannot hit hurt a fly. But it's a Muslim. So you cannot say that it is Muslim. No. These are radical Islamist jihadist terrorists. They are evil people that are using the religion of peace. You know, they say Islam is a religion of peace. They are perverting it. There's a perversion. That's why somebody took a gun with his son and opened fire in Australia, in Bondi, Australia, yesterday. That's the same reason why people have gone into a church in Kogi, in Nigeria, yesterday. Kidnapping. And I said it on my live stream yesterday. And I said, have you guys noticed that each of these kidnappers, even though they are uneducated, dirty, and all that, they're asking for 100 million from everybody? 100 million from a senator, 100 million from a business tycoon, 100 million from a orange seller on the street. In fact, they kidnapped a Pawan tapper in Asaba. Oh, two Pawan tappers went to tap palm wine. They climbed the tree. These Fulani terrorists, militias, kidnapped the two of them. One of them died. They walked him in the bush for hours. These are old people, the poorest of the poor, palm wine tapper that climbs palm tree. And they were asking for 100 million. Who gives them this number? I'm sure they cannot count 100 million. Because there's also another side of this whole thing, the business side of it. People that are benefiting from what is going on. The cancer, the corruption, the double dealing, the complicity of the Nigerian state and Nigerian government cannot be hidden. It cannot. You cannot hide what is going on. So we are here to invite you. If you're a Nigerian, if you're a Christian, if you're a Muslim, if you're a person of goodwill, lover of peace, Save Nigerian Group wants to invite you to join us. Right now, you can go to our website, www.savenigeriagroupusa.org, and learn about what we're doing and volunteer and join. We are making changes on our website that will have WhatsApp groups for countries and regions, and that will be updated very shortly. And when it's done, you can click there and join where you are located so that you can know those who are there in Save Nigerian Group, Northeast, for example, Save Nigerian Group, North Central, Save Nigerian Group, Southeast, for those in Nigeria, Save Nigerian Group, Southwest, Save Nigerian Group, Africa, in case you live in an African country, Save Nigerian Group, Europe, Save Nigerian Group, UK, Save Nigerian Group, Canada, Save Nigerian Group, USA, Save Nigerian Group, Australia, Save Nigerian Group, Asia. We have this already. So we want our pressure to be, in that sense, out beyond just one location. Because I believe, and I'm sure you will agree, that what Nigeria faces is not just a Nigeria problem. Because Mali, Burkina Faso, Chad, Niger, and even Ghana and Benin Republic are facing what Nigeria is facing. Ours is worse because we are bigger. So there's an international dimension. And some people argue that they are funded from the Middle East. And as a matter of fact, UAE interdicted some of the people who were funding the Boko Haram in Nigeria and sent a list allegedly to Nigerian government. Nigerian government have been sitting on the list. UAE has taken action because United Arab Emirates value their country and their country people. Not just their country people, those of you that go to Dubai, you know, they value their visitors. So they were not ever going to allow terrorists to be spreading in UAE. So they held on to them and arrested them, as they should. Then they wanted to help a sister nation, Nigeria, and say, look at the list in your country of those that are funding your problem. Nigerian government saw it and said, oh, thank you very much. They put it in back pocket and sat on it. Later, somebody will accuse me of, oh, I don't like Tinubu. Oh, oh, Tinubu is an elder. He's a Nigerian. At least that's what he says he is. I have no reason to doubt. He served Nigeria as a governor. One will give him somewhat of a, well, in his time as governor, you can score him all you want. But what we cannot say is that he has done well as president. No, he hasn't, sir. Or he did well as a political leader who brought Buhari to come and ruin Nigeria. Our late president, may God rest his soul, God bless his soul, is the architect of our problems. But somebody helped him to get there, and his name is Bola Tinubu and others. So you cannot absolve the current president from our problems, even though he's just getting there, allegedly, even though now we're going to 3 years, right? And they are already sharing buses for next 2027. So don't patronize me, please. Don't ask me to ignore the president, ignore politics, and just focus on. I'm not a pastor. I may wear a suit, I'm not a pastor. God has not called me to be a pastor. But God has called me to expose the Christian genocide in Nigeria. I'm sure of that one. I'm a Christian, and my heart bleeds for those who are dying. So I will accuse the government of Nigeria for their failure because it is empirically clear. Even they know they are failed. So this is not about Stephen. This is not about saying Nigeria group being a tool for opposition. No. As of today, I am not a member of any political party. So you cannot even accuse me of politics. What is clear is that the current government in Nigeria has failed in their security of life and property. And it's not just that they failed. It's like they have nothing to show for it. And their boldness to deny it is infuriating. I just told you now, am I making this up? That 20 people went to church in Ekwa, in Kogi yesterday, and they are not at home today. They are kidnapped. 20. Can that happen in any country and everything will be okay? 11 people were killed in Australia. Do you know what Australian government is doing right now? Do you know what the government of Australia is doing because of the terror attack in Bondi Beach? Do you know the all of government effort? Because 11 people were killed? Do you know how serious the Australian government is taking the terror attack yesterday? 11 people. In Nigeria, the same yesterday, in one church alone, 20 people were kidnapped, and they may never come back. As we speak, 300 in St. Mary's Catholic School, 300 children and teachers were kidnapped. Nigerian government, because of America and all that, well, I have to commend the release of 100. What about the rest of them? Then on and on and on and on. As in, yes, we thank the government for helping to release. We don't want to ask questions, but we would like all of them to be released. We would like a whole of government approach to the insecurity. We would like government to show the same way Australia government is showing now that they cannot tolerate that in their country. Like nobody, it's like you are a owner of a house and fire is in one room. And instead of putting it out, you are telling the neighbors, ignore it. No, it's not real fire, it's smoke. Have you seen that before? Is that even real? So, friends, this is a daily live stream we're going to be doing. I'm still struggling with the technical side of things. So I apologize. And so that is the reason why, as many of folks that I would like to be here are not here at the moment. I did share a link to my page so people should be able to find it. Because I cannot, while doing this on multiple platforms, start inviting people to the stream. That would be, I have thousands of people on my Facebook alone and on Twitter as well. So let me see if I can bring someone up on Twitter at least. I don't know how to do it on Facebook. On Twitter, let me see if I can bring you guys up so add your voice to what is going on so that I don't look like I'm crazy. Let me add, I see Dossie, I see Prince G. In the meantime, you do well to share the space if you can. Share the link and share the space. And also, if you're on Facebook, please go ahead and somebody said Jerry Robbins, non-functional. Oh, okay, it's talking about Nigeria. Yes, I'm beginning to see people on Facebook leaving comments. Thank you. I would like to, I don't know if it's possible, how to bring people, add Namdi. Oh, let me see if I can do it too. Send request. It's like I can add. I'm learning, guys. Just give me a second. You can't add to your broadcast while a user is connecting. Okay. Let me see if somebody can join the. I'm trying to. I'm trying to add somebody on Facebook. My guys on my friends on Twitter. Give me a second. I'm learning on the fly. We do Twitter a lot before, but this fight don't pass Twitter. I'm sure you now go agree, my friends up there. You now go agree, say this fight. No, Twitter no go fit do am alone. We have to get Nigerians are on Facebook almost 10 times more than they are on Twitter, right? So we've done Twitter for years. So it's time to do that and go to where they are. Since Nigerians will not move, we must go to where they are. That's the truth. On Instagram, I can't go live yet because I have a 741 followers or so before I slept. I checked. I need 1,000 on Instagram to be able to go live on Instagram. I have the device. Right now, I'm live on YouTube, I'm live on Facebook, and I'm live on Twitter. I'd like to add Instagram. I don't understand TikTok yet. With time, we'll figure them out. So, but I don't know. I added somebody, bring them on video. Let me see. Jerry, let me see if I can bring you on video. Share broadcast. Allow viewers to join via video. I don't know how your network is, but I've sent Jerry a request. It's good to know that that's possible. Okay, so let me quickly bring Dossie and Prince G into the conversation. So my friends on Twitter, who will go first? Let me hear from you. Speak louder if you can, because I want others to pick what you're saying. I'm still not so who will speak first? Dossie, um, Nandi is saying, I would like to link up with you. Of course, I want to link up with you. Why do you think I'm doing this? I want to link up with you. Let me be sure you can speak. Prince G, can you go ahead on our Twitter? For those on X, our handle is SNG underscore USA. SNG underscore USA at SNG underscore USA. If you're on Twitter, can you unmute your mic, Dossie or Prince G? I see Valerie requesting. Okay. Hello. Can you hear me? Very good. I can hear you now. I was wondering what's happening. My brother, my brother. Well done. The network the thing is really echoing and cracking. I don't know it from my hand, but it wasn't like that before. Is it just now or when you join the speaker section? So guys, for those that are on YouTube, that's totally fine. That's fine. Well done. So while I'm waiting for those on the X platform, on Facebook, leave a comment. Leave a comment. If you like to join the live stream, you can let me know. I think that opportunity is there, and that is really good that I can bring you up to share on the live. I think on Instagram you can do that as well. We're going to be doing this on a daily basis, and on a Saturday we'll do it later in the day instead of this 12 noon in Nigeria. I'll try to do Saturday for 3 p.m. Nigerian time. That would allow me also gather myself for Saturday and Sunday, also to make sure we are able to. But the conversation is clear. The Christian genocide in Nigeria is not sustainable. It has to end. And we are looking for a local and diaspora effort to stop the killing of Nigerians. Yesterday, we saw an unfortunate kidnapping and attack on Ekwa Church in Kogi State. And Sahara Reporters was reporting at least 20 members kidnapped. We don't know how many were killed. Nobody should go to church afraid for their lives. Nobody. And that is why we're here. Our organization, Save Nigeria Group, is going global. We want people both in Nigeria on every part of the country to join us and become part of this effort. Because what I've noticed is that if you just leave our country, if you just leave Nigerians, They probably want everybody to be killed. The last person that would be alive will be the one to bury the rest. I have no idea how people go to church, go to school, just pretend like nothing is happening. People in Nigeria almost like cognitive dissonance. That's what people call it. Cognitive. They don't. They seem to not to relate to the crisis of insecurity. Right now, people are even trying to go and do Christmas, 30 December, this this silo behavior where you hear bomb blowing somewhere in your neighbor's compound, but you not concern you yet. You see the dance, the buga until they cut off your head. Nigerians are waiting for their head to be cut off before they wake up because we are a special breed of people. All Australians now, even the Western world, are rallying around Australia because of the wicked evil of terrorism that has happened in Australia. Do you see all of society effort to end Nigerian terrorism problem? Are we not having arguments whether it's real or not real? Whether the people, how many die? Is it 200 or 400? How many students? Is it 300 children or 250? Oh, God of mercy. Oh, God of mercy. So I want to plead with you, please. Let me see if I can. Dorsey, can you unmute and speak if you can hear me? I'm doing a video space. I don't know why your network is. Dorsey, are you there? Valerie, can you speak? Let me be sure.
I can hear you, but it's echoing. It's echoing back. I think it's something you did when you were trying to link up with either the Facebook guys or something. It's really, really echoing and it's not giving us the proper feedback, sir.
Oh, okay. Yes, I'm going to try and use something. I'll figure it out. Yes, but I can hear you quite well. So, what's your take on what I'm saying? Maybe we should do that. Go ahead.
Yeah, because it is really fading back. I don't know if any other person can hear me properly because what I hear it's when I talk, your voice reverberates back and it just echoes. It doesn't give the good sound. I don't know. Either way, thank you for having me. It's been a while. I haven't been on this space for some time. I took some time off because whenever you go on X these days, what you see is utterly disgraceful and it makes my stomach churn. You know, we are supposed to fight what is going on, but you see people come on board to defend your evil. And it makes you wonder what's happening. Humanity has become the tool of their tool. I don't know. You just go, you just wake up with the intention to kill because somebody does not believe in what you believe in. Somebody doesn't want to live the way you are living. You just want to kill. And you have other people coming out to justify it. If not outrightly justifying it, they come with this rhetoric of using euphemism, trying to color it to make it acceptable. This is what has led to what happened in Australia yesterday because we refuse to call it what it is, not addressing the problem, romancing it, pampering it. And in essence, we are actually grooming the dragon that will eventually burn us. Breeding, feeding the lion that would eventually eat us. You know, we can say all of this till next year. If the proper thing is not done, nothing changes. Unfortunately, it boils down to religion still. However we put it, however we say it. Terrorism is synonymous to this one religion, yes. But then, a terrorist is not just a Muslim. A terrorist is someone who inflicts fear, who comes and inflicts fear and make you feel uncomfortable. That's a terrorist. But now we're not narrowing it. We want to talk about it on a large scale, how it is, what is actually going on with the world. The world is sick right now, and it doesn't need another sick patient. It needs physicians. And we are not helping the situation. We're not calling it what it is. It beats my imagination how somebody will still come on this same space to argue that what is going on is not synonymous to the religion perpetrating it, which is Islam. It beats my imagination. And you still hear them telling you it is a religion of peace. It's a religion of peace. How? It's a religion of peace when every day we see their actions, we see what they stand for. How do you call that a religion of peace? It takes my mind back to what the scripture says in the book of Second Thessalonians.
All right.
That when they say
it's not a normal Twitter space. Please try and round up very quickly, 10 seconds. And just wanted to touch base with you. We are on multiple platforms, so we don't lose attention on that. But I will come back to you. Just use 10 seconds to talk about what you wanted to say.
All right. When they say peace, peace, then comes sudden destruction. What I'm trying to say is this. Let us man up. Let's rise to the occasion. This thing is getting out of hand. And like Mr. Steve rightly said, because you never reach your turn, no means say no will reach your turn. If you don't attack it now, your silence is actually their weapon. You're not saying anything against it, it's actually the fuel they need.
All right.
When everybody comes up to condemn this thing, then we'll have a headway. Thank you very much for this opportunity.
Thank you, Dossie. Thank you. I hope you are keeping well. Yes, it's been a minute we spoke. I've also not had enough time to come on Twitter, particularly. I realize by the time you are actually active doing stuff on the ground, like I've been doing in the past couple of weeks, you don't even know when to go online, like on Twitter, because in one meetings or the other. So, but just as a feedback for those of you that have not had me on Twitter for a while, we've been on a very intense engagement, high level engagement in America, and we believe that the United States government is serious about ending the genocide of Christians in Nigeria. I know people like to call it different names, but what is happening in Nigeria is a targeted killing of people for their faith, particularly in places like Benue, Plateau State, Southern Canada. It has been happening for, it's a truth that Nigerians know but deny. And this idea that it is not religious based mocks the reality. Because even in Australia, that happened yesterday, they were shouting Allahu Akbar. And I always say, and I said earlier, Dossi, that those who deny that these terrorists are not Muslims or they don't practice Islam, they are only lucky that those terrorists are not close to them when they are saying that thing. That's their luck. Hey. The terrorists believe they are more religious than you that is in your armchair, telling them whether they are of the religion or not. They are perversing the religion. We will not make the mistake to fall into their hands to think all Muslims are terrorists. All Muslims are not terrorists. Like I said, man, you and I would have friends, and Nigeria have friends, family. In fact, in some parts of in Southwest, not some parts, in like majority of Southwest, you have father. Like, what am I even saying? Tinubu is a Muslim, right? The president of Nigeria now. His wife is a pastor of Redeem. That is the example of the Nigerian majority of Nigerians, particularly those that have that interfacing, whether you're in the middle belt or you're from Southwest. Maybe not so much in the South, Southeast, where Christianity is predominant. But that interface where the jihad stopped, there's always a family mix. So you can't tell me that your wife is a terrorist or your friend, your neighbor. No, but people are perverting, just like any good thing, people pervert it. I believe that what is happening is religiously driven, a warped idea of the 1804 jihad. That's what's happening. You can say it's simplistic, it does not carry, that was then. But did the British dismantle the structure? If you listen to Mike Arnold, who spoke at the rally in Washington, he went into this in very detailed way that reverberated. He talked about the Sultanates, their role in all this. And I was like, this man is not Nigerian. Why is it? The man, he said a lot of incendiary things, like you that is in Nigeria know that this is Wahala, right? But you can argue with his thesis all you want. You can't deny that he has some truth to it, right? What has the leadership of the North done to call out this radical element? They tell you, no, they suffer, Muslims are being killed. So why are we not having rallies every day protesting for the killing of Muslims? Why do people not? Oh my God. People are complaining that we are rallying and fighting to end Christian genocide. That's why are we focused on that? We should be fighting for other ones. And I said it on my stream when I was in Washington, D.C. I said, Oga, Auntie, please, you fight for other ones. I can't fight for everybody. I was not, I'm not paid by anybody. I'm fighting the one I can fight. And I'm calling for help because I cannot do it alone. My organization cannot do, we need to grow ourselves and everybody on board. This fight is even too much because the enemy at the gates are well resourced. They have lobbyists even in America. You don't understand. They have lobby. They pay millions of dollars to hide their, particularly the Fulani militia, to hide that their name Fulani. They pay millions. They pay millions of dollars. I'm competing my small self with people with millions of dollars. That's why I'm calling for help. Without help, I won't be able to succeed to end the Christian genocide. People think this is a joke. These guys are not playing. They are not playing. You saw the attack in Australia. At least that one was well recorded. It's fresh. It's top of mind. That's why I'm using it. You think those killers will stop until their bullet finish? That is exactly what Boko Haram, what the Fulani militia, what the Ansaru, what ISWAP are doing. You that is denying it, they don't care about you. If they scat you, the way they will kill you with like you are, if people denying the genocide in Nigeria, the thing they tire me. They don't understand that the reason why you have mouth, you don't chop belle full, they deny genocide now because they never catch you. They are going from church to church. It was CSC last 3 weeks. It was EQUI last yesterday. Which church do you go to? They even attack mosques. There was an attack on, I don't know how true it is, but Bashel, who said he's a terrorist online, he said there was an attack in Sokoto Mosque. I don't have a reason to deny because I'm aware that these terrorists believe that some Muslims are not Muslim enough because their version of Islam is the radical one. And they are the ones loudest and violent. So, of course, those that disagree with them, they attack. So, continue denying the genocide of Christians in Nigeria. Let the Nigerian government continue to lie, continue to brainwash people and deny. But one thing you cannot do is to hide the corpse, the mass graves. One thing you cannot do is to hide the IDPs who are in their numbers. Nigerians are in Benin Republic, 350,000 from the last estimate. What is Nigeria doing in Benin Republic? So when Tinubu went to attack them recently for the coup that was going on, the risk of them attacking our people in camps were there. If the coup leaders succeeded, all those people are in danger. Nigerians are in northern Cameroon. What are they doing in northern Cameroon? In camps. Nigerians are in Niger. Nigerians are in Chad. Nigerians are all over the country of Nigeria in camps. They've left their homes. And we are not at war. The people in Abuja are comfortable. My friends on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter, am I crazy? Is this a normal thing? I don't know. I don't know what is happening. Sometimes I don't know whether because how are Nigerians able to ignore what is happening and just continue like nothing is happening, even though everything is happening? How nothing they do? Like everyone just a booga, like nothing, concern me. And now those poor people, they are raping our girls, they are raping our women, they are beheading young men, they are making people fatherless. I saw a video that broke my heart, where a pastor went to meet with widows of priests and pastors that had been killed since Boko Haram and the terrorism started attacking Nigeria. There were more than 5,000 widows there, and each of them had a pastor or a priest as a husband before. So if 5,000 plus pastors have been killed with 5,000 widows alive, gathered, is that not a genocide? Is that not a genocide? Each of those people were leaders of congregation. And they said they target the leaders, not just the church to burn down, they target the pastor or priest. The bishop from Southern Kaduna, the Anglican Church, he was kidnapped 3 weeks ago, him and his wife and his daughter. And he died in the hands of the kidnapper. We saw videos of the terrorists holding back the wife and daughter. And Nigeria is going forward. Akpabio is approving bills. They want to borrow billions for next year budget. They are talking about 2027. Hey, Fubara has decamped. Like I said, I'm not a pastor. So politics is very important in Nigeria, and I will call out the political failure and disgrace that is going on. I will call it out. So we need to organize ourselves. So if you'd like to join us, Save Nigerian Group is expanding and needs global Nigerians and all people of all colors or faiths, or as long as you do not agree with the genocide and what is going on, and you also don't agree with the state capture and failure of leadership in Nigeria, you should join Save Nigerian Group, because we are going to be very, very key on involved on getting people to wake up and demand good governance and demand protection of life and property and demand religious freedom. We are going to be able to be that force to insist that Nigeria will work. That's how our name is Save Nigeria. We mean to save Nigeria. We mean to do it, but we cannot do it without the number of people that are needed to do this. I cannot do it as an individual. As an organization, my directors, we can do much in America and all that, but that is Nigeria problem will not come from America. Let me shock you guys. And when I mean a Nigeria problem, Nigerian salvation will not come from America. America can help us. As a matter of fact, that is exactly what they are looking for. If you listen to our dear brother, Honorable Riley Moore, he mentions partnering with Nigeria, and a lot of people are angry. Why do you want? I also am not happy with that, because I know the Nigerian government are complicit with what's happening. But what else do you want a foreign government to do? You must have people to work with. So our solution is at home. The sleeping 230 million Nigerians are the solution of Nigeria. No matter what Stephen does, or Save Nigeria Good does, or anybody does, Nigerians at home hold the solution to their problem. Nigerians. Because you may hate the government or like them, they are doing what they are doing because you allow them. That's the truth. There is so much that foreign nations cannot do. There's still sovereignty rights. Nigeria is still a sovereign nation. You may like it or you don't like it, but it's still a sovereign nation. So I want to invite everyone to join our efforts. www.savenigeriagroupusa.org. Well, we actually just have a website that is modifying, removing the USA to keep it savenigeriagroup.org. That is a new website that is going to launch, because our focus is beyond America now. So it has to get everybody everywhere. We want to know who we are. If we are 5 in Australia, we want to know. If we are 10 in Germany, we want to know. If we are 100 in Lagos, we want to know who are members of Save Nigeria Group. That we can actively work together, that will listen and move and get things done, and be able to document the genocide, and be able to document the failures in Nigeria and expose what it is into the world. So Gideon, God asked him to pick 300 men. Nigeria is full of multitudes. When it was time to fight in the Bible, the crowd came. They want to fight. God said, no, 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 no. Take them to the stream. And God separated them. We are looking for the 300 men of Gideon. I don't need a crowd. Crowd will slow you down with all their problems, tribalism, or how they call it, interest. I have interest. My interest is a functional, united, prosperous Nigeria. I am not doing this for free. I have an interest in Nigeria that works for all Nigerians, not for some people. A Nigeria where you can practice your faith in peace, where you can lead a life that is dignified, not this at-risk life that you live in Nigeria. So don't think I'm doing this without interest. I have a vested interest because I am Nigerian. That country must work. That country must work. That is, some people say, oh, what is this guy's interest? Yes, you have heard it now on this live. Congratulations. Congratulations, guys, on YouTube, on Facebook. My interest is a functional Nigeria must work because I would like to live in Nigeria. I don't have to live in America. No, I don't have to. I have a country that would work. And it is us that will make it work. So come and join this effort. It is painstaking. It has cost quite a lot already to get to where we are. But beyond that, across this valley, there is what the Moses saw, the promised land of a functional Nigeria, a population of very vibrant, talented people, where 75% are under 40. The future is ours. The future is Nigerian. If we can just get leadership right, if we can just find the right people to run the ship of state, if we can get people who will see terrorists and attack and kill them, not negotiating. Don't negotiate with terrorists. I don't understand how you are negotiating with terrorists. Have you seen Israel negotiate with the terrorists? Have you seen America negotiate? Well, some people say, oh, America negotiate. No. If you kill an American, Pete Hegseth said, your brief life, you will be looking over your shoulder because America is coming to kill you. If you kill an American. If you kill an Australian government, your brief life, your Australian government is coming to kill you. If you kill a Jew or an Israeli, if you kill a Jew or an Israeli, say you be the Chris, you be Boko Haram, you be Hamas or whatever they call it. Israel will not just kill you, you'll kill your whole village. What they don't want is you should leave them alone. Just leave the Israelis alone. That's what they're asking for. Don't kill anyone. That's what Benjamin Netanyahu, they call him Netanyahu because the guy he pulls no punches. He pulls no punches. And if you listen to the rhetoric from America, that is Trump. That is Pete Hegseth. If you kill an American anywhere in the world, in your brief life, you will be looking over your shoulder because they will kill you. You must die. That's for sure. Israel takes it higher than America. America will just kill you and leave you. Israel will wipe your village. So that your village next time in another world, they will warn you before you go and kill an Israeli. Because they went through the Holocaust. Nigeria is going through a Holocaust. We have a government who does not care whether Nigerians are dying. They don't care. All they're thinking about is stealing money. Like primitive nonsense. Anyway, I'm in my element. I apologize. We are still struggling with the technical side of things, but our message is clear. We'll get it right to be able to do this streaming in a way that you can hear me properly. But we are not stopping. We are just starting. I'm revving my engine. Radical terrorists will not be comfortable in Nigeria. We don't want terrorists in Nigeria. People like Shegumi should be in jail for their crimes. Those are terrorists. He has no right to be talking on TV or talking up and down. And some idiots are saying, oh, DSS, when I make a tweet on our post, on our rallies, what we are doing, they go and put DSS. You're terrorist DSS? When I'm ready, when I'm coming to that Lagos, when I'm coming to Abuja, I will not sneak in. I'll come in. Everybody will be waiting for me so that you can bring your DSS. You think people are afraid of you? I am not among people that are afraid of terrorists. And the Netanyahu version is what I like. The Netanyahu version of dealing with terrorists. I don't negotiate with terrorists. I don't. What you are lucky is that I'm not president of Nigeria. The Boko Haram is lucky that I am not president of Nigeria. You are lucky. You are lucky that I am not president of Nigeria. That Boko Haram, you'd have been history already. History. History. What nonsense. Think I will negotiate with you or rehabilitate you? I will send you to your maker. That's what Vladimir Putin said. Vladimir Putin said he does not have virgins to give you here. He does not also want to negotiate with you. He will help you arrange a meeting to your maker to give you your virgins. You arrange the meeting. Nigeria should not be negotiating with terrorists. We should not be rehabilitating people who are genocidal and putting them in our army. Like, guys, I have to wind down the live stream so it doesn't go for too long. We've been up in an hour and a few more seconds. My friends on Twitter know me. So this is Stephen Uncensored. But we are going on other platforms because Nigerians must wake up. We are sleeping. Nigerians must wake up. Nigerians must wake up. The genocide against Christians must stop. Christianity is not a crime. Practicing Islam is not a crime. But going to kill another person by force with weapons is a crime. You cannot force me to abandon my faith. So I want to thank you for joining the live stream. The recordings will be available. I'm sure that's what many people will watch because people don't know yet that this time we're going to be live. Tomorrow at the same time. It's going to be 12 noon Nigerian time, 6 a.m. New York time, 7 p.m. Shanghai, China, 11 a.m. in the UK. We'll be back. We can't do it too long because we have to also go and do other things. But Save Nigerian Group USA.org is the website you should go. And if you send me a message in any of these platforms and ask to join this WhatsApp group, I can add you and send you a link. I know that the terrorists and their sympathizers would like to join. No problem. Come in. You are not going to be able to do anything to harm our organization. We need people across Europe, UK, United Kingdom has, I don't know, maybe I'll Google it. I've not Googled it yet. How many Nigerians or people of faith in the United Kingdom? There are millions, right? Why are they silent about the genocide in Nigeria? Are there no Nigerians in the UK? I think this problem is even more from Britain, from 10 Downing Street. America is not really, well, people will argue because of USAID, oh, this, that, conspiracy theories. But the problem of Nigeria is in Whitehall. It's in Whitehall. Lord Lugard is from, in fact, Nigeria is a creation of Britain. So they cannot abdicate their job when Nigeria is becoming a genocidal ground, when it is becoming a failed state. I saw the charlatan like that he is, Boris Johnson. He always look drunk and stupid. He's not stupid though, he's very smart. Because you cannot be a prime minister of the UK if you are stupid. His persona is to behave like a fool. He carried that his stupid persona to Owerri, one of the most unsecure states in Nigeria southeast, and said he feels safe. Guess what? Battalion of soldiers were in Owerri just to protect him. And he said he feels safe. Why do you think Boris Johnson went to Owerri and said he feels safe? Because he was told to say it because of politics. Unknown gunmen killing people up and down. Owerri used to be the paradise of the Nigeria. People leave Lagos on Friday, come to Owerri, and go back Sunday. They've turned the pride of the Southeast Owerri into an unsafe place. And you bring Boris Johnson to come and say, hey, like politics is not everything. These people should wake up. Anyway, I have to end here. Before I do, I will be remiss if I don't allow CTS and Real Ever Best to quickly say something. So CTS, just very quickly if you can. All right, for those on YouTube, I'll be ending here. Let me end the stream here. I just wanted to say